Welcome. Every year, over 80 million Bibles are printed worldwide, establishing it as the most reproduced and distributed book in history. Since the start of its mass production, it's estimated that between 5 and 7 billion copies have been printed. But have you ever wondered how a Bible is manufactured? To find out, let's travel to China, the global leader in Bible production. The Bible, one of the most influential texts in human history, wasn't written all at once or by a single author. It's a collection of books written over more than 1,000 years in different regions and cultural contexts. Its story begins with the texts of the Old Testament, primarily written in Hebrew, though some parts are in Aramaic. These texts include historical accounts, laws, poetry, and prophecies reflecting the life and faith of the Israelite people. The New Testament emerged centuries later in the context of early Christianity. Its texts, written in Greek, include the Gospels, which narrate the life and teachings of Jesus, as well as letters from apostles like Paul, aimed at guiding the first Christian communities. Over time, the Church decided which books would be considered sacred, a process known as canonization that concluded at different times for the various Christian traditions. The Bible was then translated into numerous languages, such as Latin in the famous Vulgate by Saint Jerome, which helped spread it across the world. Throughout the centuries, it has remained a pillar of faith and spirituality for millions. So, how are these holy scriptures distributed globally? It all starts with paper and ink. The early biblical manuscripts were written on papyrus and parchment, fragile materials with short durability, typical of antiquity. Papyrus, made from the plant of the same name, and parchment, made from treated animal skins, were crucial for preserving the sacred texts in their early stages. However, their production was costly and labor-intensive, limiting their dissemination. With the development of paper-making technology, initiated in China and spread through the Islamic world to Europe, the Bible found a new, more versatile, and economical medium. This advancement not only allowed the sacred texts to be better preserved but also made them more accessible to a wider audience, marking a milestone in the history of religious dissemination. In modern editions, paper is an essential component, carefully selected. Generally, thin, high-density paper with an average weight of 30 to 60 grams per square meter is used. This type of paper, known as Bible paper, has special characteristics. It's resistant, flexible, and allows for printing a large amount of content without adding unnecessary volume. The printing process, the base material for this paper comes from fibers like cotton, flax, and cellulose, with the latter being the most common. Cellulose is obtained from tree species like pine and eucalyptus, grown in sustainable plantations. These species are ideal due to their fast growth, minimizing environmental impact. The process begins with extracting cellulose fibers, which undergo chemical and mechanical treatments to obtain refined pulp. This pulp is pressed and dried to form long sheets, which are then rolled into reels ready for transport to the printing presses. In these facilities, around 780,000 words are printed on the paper. The printing of the Bible is a delicate process requiring specific conditions. The environment must maintain a relative humidity of approximately 55% and a temperature close to 30 degrees Celsius. These conditions are crucial to prevent paper deformations and ensure the ink adheres uniformly. Before printing, the paper reels are cut with precision according to the specific dimensions of the Bible's design. Once cut, the paper awaits the signal from the software to start the process. The biblical text, previously digitized, is formatted with a specific typography designed to maximize readability on thin paper. Every detail is adjusted according to the book's final design, ensuring aesthetic coherence and functionality. The printing process is carried out using the offset system, a technology that uses metal plates to transfer ink to the paper uniformly and precisely. This method ensures clear lines and superior quality, ideal for texts with high density like the Bible. The ink used is specially formulated to resist the passage of time and adapt to the thin paper, preventing it from smearing or showing through the pages. Binding and assembly during printing, large sheets contain several pages carefully organized through a system called imposition. This ensures that when the paper is folded and cut, the pages are in the correct order to form signatures, groups of 64 pages that form the structural basis of the book. After printing, the sheets undergo a drying process using controlled heat and ventilation to fix the ink and prevent smudging. Once dry, the sheets are precisely cut and folded into the mentioned signatures. For example, one signature might include pages 1 to 64, the next from 65 to 128, and so on, according to the length of the text. With the signatures ready, they are organized in the correct order and sewn using binding techniques that combine strong threads and special adhesives. The method employed is called stitched binding or thread sewing, a classic technique ensuring outstanding resistance in books subjected to intensive use, like the Bible. This system binds the signatures with robust threads running along the spine, creating a compact and flexible structure. Thanks to this technique, the pages remain in place even with time and frequent use, allowing the book to be handled without the risk of pages coming loose, ideal for daily reading or prolonged study. After sewing the signatures together, the spine is reinforced with a layer of glue. This process ensures the threads are firmly adhered, adding additional protection against wear. The application of this adhesive is done uniformly using a specialized roller that deposits a thin layer of glue while another roller removes any excess to ensure precision. Quality control and final touches with the stitched and reinforced block. The final cutting is proceeded using high-precision machines. The excess edges of the 3 exposed sides of the book are trimmed, achieving a clean and exact fit. This step not only improves the book's aesthetics but also ensures all pages are perfectly aligned once bound. The pressed sheets ensure the block of pages is compact and perfectly aligned, facilitating subsequent processes and reinforcing the book's overall structure. If the page edges will receive any special finish, such as vibrant paint, it's applied using specific techniques to ensure a uniform result. Tools like fine brushes or precision sprays are used, depending on the desired design and quality. For metallic finishes like gold or silver, hot stamping is used. In this process, an extremely thin metallic foil is adhered to the page edges using controlled heat and pressure, ensuring a durable and resistant shine, giving the Bible a majestic appearance. But the finishing doesn't end there. The edges are carefully polished to remove irregularities and provide a smooth texture to the touch. Besides being decorative, these finishes protect the pages from external factors like moisture and wear, contributing to the book's longevity. Once the edges are ready, practical details like bookmark ribbons are inserted. These ribbons, usually made of silk or similar materials, allow the reader to mark specific pages and are an indispensable detail for daily use. The spine of the block receives a reinforcement mesh along with an application of polyvinyl acetate adhesive, strengthening the structure and ensuring a solid bond between the pages and the cover. This step is essential for the book to withstand daily handling without deteriorating. Special editions and personalizations. The next step is to attach the bound signatures to the cover. Covers can vary in material, from genuine leather to more economical options like cloth or synthetics. The selection depends on the target audience and the type of edition, which can be standard, luxury, or study. In more elaborate editions, covers are often decorated with gold or silver inscriptions, applied again using hot stamping. This reinforces the book's distinctive character, making it both functional and aesthetic. Before distribution, Bibles undergo a final pressing process. This stage ensures the book maintains its shape and strength even after multiple openings and closings. Final details like thematic guides or dividers are also added, improving the user experience. Quality control is meticulous. Each copy is checked for printing, binding, or finishing defects. Packaging and distribution. Only Bibles that meet the highest standards move on to the next stage. Finally, the Bibles are packaged and sent to their destination. Some are headed for bookstores and specialized shops, while others are distributed by missionary organizations or charity programs. This ensures the message they contain reaches diverse communities, extending their spiritual and cultural impact worldwide. And this is how millions of Bibles are made every day. Let me know what you think of the process in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. In the windows you'll see next, there are more videos that might interest you. Don't miss out. Until next time.